Cool. All right. So I'm really excited to have this mini interview with Theresa, who's a woman I've been working with for a bunch of years at this point. And I just want to show her off. And she's the magic behind the Women's Story Hour, which is such a genius concept. And she'll tell you a little bit more about that. And I just want to give you her email address up front for anybody who's watching and is automatically attracted to the title because it's so perfect. It's womensstoryhour@gmail.com. And I'll put that in the comments below as well. So welcome, Theresa.
Thank you, Shane.
So let's just get right into it. What did you originally contact me for?
In the beginning?
In the very beginning, yes.
For support in parenting.
Great. And what were the big challenges, or what was your state of being?
Well, I thought everything was really great. I thought I was doing a great job, and I was really calling because I wanted support in giving my partner support. And then as I started working with you, I realized I had so much space to grow, and I think I did.
Yeah. And you were also pregnant. So it
Oh
was
yes,
yeah.
right. And I was very pregnant, and I wasn't sure if I was ready to start working with you, because I thought, well, I have to have this baby, and I had a lot on my plate. But yeah, I was pregnant, and then the next time I saw you, I already had Leela.
And fast forward, what have you been receiving now, or what have you been working on now in connection with me?
I've been working on gaining confidence as a woman, and just working on myself and who I want to be and my strengths, and yeah, just being a woman in this world, I guess.
Perfect. And this is a really general question. So whatever comes up, knowing it's like an iceberg, there's like tons more. But how does working with me support you most?
Well,
yeah.
You're just so easy to talk to. And I feel that, we've said this before, but like whenever I say something, I know that you're understanding of me, and that you're just a really good listener, and you pull things from the conversations that we have and shine light on it and help me to become more aware of the things that I want to work on. And then it really makes it easy for me to be an amazing woman.
Oh, so good. And right before we came on, we were just talking, and I think a lot of women can relate to this, about saying a whole bunch of things, and maybe it's confusing or not clear or not articulate. And what you just said really answered that. Like, if we're saying it to ourselves or thinking it, it might be chaos.
Yeah.
But like, to say what you're saying and know, like, I understand you. Like, how
Yes.
beautiful is that?
It's wonderful.
And what would you say is like one or two or as many as you want of the biggest like breakthroughs? And just to define breakthrough, like patterns changed.
Oh my. I feel like you've given me so many little tools that I've just put into my daily life that have become large breakthroughs. I guess I don't.
I can narrow it down a little if you wish.
Okay.
So like, what is your day? What's like a moment where you're like, oh, and it could be an actual moment, like an example, or just like a feeling of, oh, I got this, and it's being integrated, and now I feel this way, where if you didn't use that tool, it would have felt completely different.
guess I don't
Yeah.
know.
Great. In regards to family or yourself or what's an experience you wouldn't have done? How about that? Let's translate. What's an experience you wouldn't have done if we didn't work together? It could be really simple or big.
Well, I wouldn't have started this women's story hour. I wouldn't have thought that women need a space to be vulnerable um, and heard and listened to. And I wouldn't have. I would have thought I can't do that. Who am I to do that? And I would have let fear and doubt take over instead of saying, you know what, I'll deal with you later, fear and doubt, because right now I'm doing this and I can do it. Um, or even like the mirror work and talking to myself in the mirror and building my confidence. Or having dance parties when I really just want to scream at my family. um, and I guess just being present and slowing down. Like today, I was walking with my 2-year-old who wants to sit on stoops as we pass, wants to point out all these little things that she sees, and just being present in that moment and knowing that I'm going somewhere and I'll get there, but I'll get there at the perfect time. That's those are little tools that have created breakthroughs for me.
I mean, I have such a flutter in my heart. Like, it's so wonderful to hear you like speak those specific examples. And the other thing I want to bring, because I think what you've experienced, like, being a young mom and doing college and then having a baby, like speaking to that just for a moment of how you did things back to back. And like, what did you feel after you realized, like, oh, who am I? Like, if you want to talk about that.
Right. So I felt that, I was in college and then all of a sudden I became a mom and then I got my master's and had, then I got married and I had another baby and I moved and there was a lot of roles that I was playing from, the time, I guess, forever. I was my mom's daughter and then all these things. And I didn't really feel that I found time to figure out who I was because I was so busy being what people thought I was, and those are big roles. Um, and then when I started working with you, I realized I was able to slow down and focus on myself. And that's scary, uh, but it's also really exciting. And um, but I'm still doing that. I'm still blossoming. I'm still developing and growing. And it feels amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And any last words or anything about like if a woman is seeking guidance and just feels stuck or like depleted of energy or having that self-doubt and lack of confidence, like what insight or advice would you give her if she's considering either working with me or joining a group or an in-person class? Like, what would you tell her?
To do it. That there's, I guess in life we just think, oh, we have so much to do. How could we add something more onto our plate? But how could we give our all if we aren't taking for ourselves and filling up our cup? And to me, working with you and being in support groups with women is really filling me up. And it makes me a better partner. It makes me a better mom. And it makes me happy. And I think in that, it makes me glow and joy just pours out of me. And I want that for all women.
Amazing. I have total chills. And yeah, so let people know if they email you, like anything you want to let them know about your magical Women's Story Hour. I added magic, but it's Women's Story Hour.
I like the magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything you want to share or like what's happening with it right now?
Right now, there's gonna be 2 story hours coming up. I'm doing it twice a week on a Sunday, and a Tuesday. So the next Sunday is the 15th of this month, 15th of April, and then the 17th of April. And it's just a place for women to gather together in a circle, even though it's via phone conference. So you can be cozy in your jammies. It's at 8 p.m. on Eastern time. And it's just a place for women to be nurturing and to be nurtured and to witness truth with one another.
Amazing. I'm so friggin' proud of you. Oh my goodness. And again, the email, give the email even if they want to know future, depending on whenever they watch this.
The email is womensstoryhour@gmail.com.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Shane.
Yay. Thank you so much for doing this. I feel so taken higher just by hearing how you are thriving.
Awesome. Thank
Yes.
you. I feel wonderful.
Yes, great, good. Let's take this energy into the world.
Yes.
And thank you all for watching. And bye-bye. Have an enchanting day.